Good morning. It is Monday. I wanted to share something that happened on Friday, kind of go from there. Kimberly'd been working vacation Bible school all week. She had 10 and 11-year-old girls, and on Friday they needed someone to help, so I went over there and I kind of helped with a group of boys. And we were all in arts and crafts, and Nicole, one of the leaders there, was describing what it's like to hear from God. And I know that I've always thought about that in the past, and she was describing how when she was a little kid, she grew up in church. She heard about people hearing from God, and it was always confusing to her. She wanted to hear from God, but she never really heard an audible voice or anything. And she broke it down to just, there was a point where, she just knew that she knew it was from God. And in that, I was thinking about an experience. The first time really I experienced that, I was down in Bakersfield, and it's a long time ago, and had just started the homeless ministry down there, and I was at an account, and they were having one of those, I don't know if you've seen them, but so when a family needs money for a funeral, they'll do a car wash at a convenience store type thing, and that's what was going on. And I actually got my truck washed when I was there, and I gave him $20. It was for a 30-year-old man. Hispanic mom was there, and the family was there washing a car. And so in my heart, it's like, I gave him $20. I'm doing what I should do and that kind of thing. And I got my truck and I left. And man, in my heart, I knew that I was supposed to go back and ask if I could pray for her, the mom. And I hadn't talked to her. I'd talked to somebody else and gave them money for the car wash. And so as I'm driving, I knew that I knew, and that voice got louder and louder within me until I had to turn around. And I went around the block and ended up going back and got out of the truck and walked up to her and I told her basically what was going on inside, that God had told me that I needed to come and talk to her and ask if I could pray for her. And she just melted and just started sobbing and hugged me, and I prayed for her, and she just kept sobbing. And that's the first real experience of hearing God's voice and following through with what I was hearing. And I knew it was from God, because in me there was fear of doing that. In me, in the flesh, it was not something that I would have done, but I knew that came from God. And Nicole did a phenomenal job of breaking it down to the kids. And I told her that it was one of the best descriptions that I'd ever heard. But that voice inside that kind of rises you up into something that you wouldn't do, and it's rooted in the love of God. That's what I believe. If it's going to benefit someone else, and you are rising above your fear to do it, I believe that's when that's from God. Love y'all. I hope you hear from him today. God bless.